People always ask for something new. It's inevitable. At 50, well, it stops.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect. One single injection unlocks your DNA and will release another version of yourself. This is the substance.
I'm Sue.
You're hired.
Let's go.
A perfect balance of 7 days each. The one and only thing not to forget. You are one. You can't escape from yourself.
There's been a slight misuse of the substance.
This balance is not working.
Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
You have to control yourself! Old, fat, disgusting!
People are gonna love that.
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And this review is going to be on The Substance. And it stars Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid. Now, The Substance, I saw the teaser trailer for this film when I went to see a movie at my local Alamo Draft House. They played the teaser for this, and I was intrigued by the teaser trailer. I liked what I saw. And, you know, they were promoted as, oh, a new horror masterpiece. Oh, it's bloody. It's gory. And I'm like, all right, I'll go check out this film, you know, when it comes out. So I saw the film last night, and I loved it. I thought this was a great film. It's one of those films, after you watch it, you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? But it's a body horror film, and it is everything you get out of a horror film. It's very bloody, very gory. It's gross in parts, but it was highly entertaining. But basically, what the film is about is Elizabeth Sparkle, who is played by Demi Moore. She is this famous celebrity. She has her own aerobic show that's very popular, and she ends up getting fired by Harry, who is played by Dennis Quaid. And so because of that, she ends up getting into this car accident because she saw her billboard being taken down of her show. So while she's in the hospital, this nurse ends up giving Demi Moore a flash drive. And the flash drive was labeled The Substance. And it promotes this supplier's invention. And this supplier is very mysterious. We don't see who this supplier is. Only you can hear his voice when Demi Moore ends up calling him. And so The Substance is pretty much basically this serum that when you inject yourself with it, you become a younger, better version of yourself. So Demi Moore's character eventually ends up using the substance, and she ends up being a younger version of herself. And her younger version is named Sue, who is played by Margaret Qualley, which, Margaret Qualley, she's just absolutely beautiful in this film. And she's, of course, absolutely beautiful when you see her in interviews. And pretty much, basically, there are rules with this substance. So basically, Sue and Elizabeth, they have to switch bodies every 7 days without exception. And one of them has to rest unconsciously, and the other one has to live out in the world. So pretty much basically Sue ends up getting hired onto Demi Moore's character's old show, and she basically becomes, popular, and her fame grows hugely, and she starts pretty much, using the substance, a whole lot more often, and it makes Demi Moore's character, very old and, looking grotesque. It has, side effects to it, horrifying side effects to it, and pretty much that's basically what the plot to the film, is about. But this film is absolutely crazy. It is wild. It's very, gross in some scenes, especially the way how when the substance, takes place and Demi Moore uses it for the first time. And it's really good effects, how, the substance, takes form. And basically, Demi Moore's character, when she takes the substance, her character's back eventually, opens, and Sue, Margaret Qualley's character, ends up emerging from Demi Moore's character's back. Very gross how the way, it was done, but pretty good effects there. And, later on, as Demi Moore becomes more old and decrepit, very good, absolutely great makeup effects done, on Demi Moore's character. And I gotta say, the ending of the film, at the New Year's Eve show, that's when the film starts to become, a comedy, because Margaret Qualley's character, loses teeth, and she loses her ear. This is spoilers though. She ends up losing all those, and she becomes like this grotesque monster, because she uses the substance more to make her, look more beautiful. And, it becomes, a monstrous form. And that's when it starts to become a comedy. You'll eventually see why. But very great effects done on, that monster look, at the end of the film, which, was absolutely great. It brought vibes of John Carpenter's The Thing, which was cool, because the director, Coralie Fargeat, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, but she enlisted, filmmakers that influenced her, like David Cronenberg, John Carpenter, David Lynch, Michael Haneke, and there are, Cronenberg, vibes in this film as well. So, but I thought Demi Moore, she did absolutely fantastic in her role as Elizabeth Sparkle. You really feel, for a character, want to become, like a younger version of herself and be more liked. Margaret Qualley, she also did a fantastic job as Sue. I really do hope they get nominated. Both Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley get nominated for Oscars for their roles. If not, then the Academy is making a huge mistake, because both of them were absolutely fantastic in this film. Dennis Quaid, he did a good job as Harvey. It was good to see him in this film. Originally, his role was going to be played by Ray Liotta, but Ray Liotta ended up passing away in May of 2022 because they filmed this movie in 2022. And I guess it sat on the shelf for 2 years. But yeah, Dennis Quaid's character was going to be played by Ray Liotta, but he ended up passing away. So they had to recast the role with Dennis Quaid being in it. But the film feels like a Twilight Zone episode, in my opinion. It was filmed really good because, when you have like the camera on, like, let's say Dennis Quaid's character, because he's eating shrimp, when he's sitting with Demi Moore's character, you can actually hear, him chewing on the shrimp, and a close-up of him, of his mouth. So it was like, seeing what the character, was, seeing and hearing, which was pretty cool. But to me, it looked like it was all shot on one camera. Like, it was like a single cam, like how they use for, like, a TV show, a sitcom. That's how the way, I thought that it felt like. But overall, The Substance, very good movie. Loved it. It's one of those films that you guys have to check out. I would highly recommend this film. Right when I got out of the theater, I'm like, oh, I got to tell my friends that they need to go and watch this film. It is absolutely great. It's pretty much on my list of favorite films of the year. But definitely check out The Substance. Very great movie. There is some trivia with the film. Universal was originally going to distribute this film through a deal with Working Title Films. And Universal stepped away from the project because they were worried about the prospect of releasing the film because of how gory and how gross, the film is. And, I guess they were worried on how it was going to do if they released it themselves, if they distributed it themselves, how, the box office results would have been. But it says prior to its Kane's debut, Mubi acquired worldwide rights to the film. And Mubi is a global streaming platform, production company, and film distributor. So they plan to distribute it theatrically here in North America, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Germany, Austria, Latin America, as well as holding rights for Turkey and India. So Universal was going to distribute the film, but they stepped away from it. And the film received a standing ovation with conflicting reports at the 2024 Cannes Film Festival, and the applause lasted 9 minutes, 11 minutes, or 13 minutes. So there were reports of that, which the film, absolutely deserves. So I'm glad that it got a standing ovation because, like I said, the film absolutely deserves it because of how great it was. So this is a film to check out. Highly, highly would recommend The Substance. But anyway, that's it for my review of The Substance. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, I'll see you all later.